Before I left Seattle, my parents took me out to an Italian restaurant, and my mother's hair caught on fire from the candle on the table, but...
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 comedians who were on Star Search.
I got a taste for Macdonald. It's right on the tip of my tongue.
For this list, we're looking at some of the biggest names introduced to us by Ed McMahon before they were star comedians. Who's your favorite comic on this list? Leave us a comment below. Number 10, Ray Romano. Now everybody loves him, but years ago when he performed on Star Search, the judges didn't quite have the same affection for Ray Romano.
Hey, twins are asleep already? I thought you were going to read him a story.
I did, but I put on my boring voice, you know?
Or at least they didn't love him as much as whoever he went up against in the comedy category that episode. Unfortunately, there's no video available of his performance online. But if it was anything like his first time on The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson, we're surprised he didn't get the victory.
Waitress, please. Large. Large jumbo juice. A little thimble of juice comes out.
Either way, having a great stand-up career and one of the most successful and acclaimed sitcoms of all time sure sounds like a win to us.
When you have a TV show, and you will, we all get one. No, seriously, folks. It's like jury duty. You're gonna get a show.
Number 9, Sinbad. Once upon a time, Sinbad was known for his big pants, while Dennis Miller was known for his big hair. Both of them also appeared on Star Search in the 1980s. In fact, they went up against each other in one episode. With big pants beating big hair, as Sinbad emerged victorious in that laugh battle.
No, Star Search, but it changed my life. Star Search was like the way my family changed.
And Sinbad didn't stop there.
I can't dance. I can't dance. But I learned move. All you do is move your hip a little bit and your arm, and women think you can dance. Because it's so crowded, you're just like, and move.
He went all the way to the finals that year, eventually losing the final competition to a guy named John Kassir, who might be best known as the voice of the Crypt Keeper in the Tales from the Crypt series.
It just goes to show you what happens when you get too caught up in your work.
Number 8, Martin Lawrence. What's Happening Now was a sequel to the 1970s show What's Happening, and ran for 3 seasons in the 80s. The show itself was pretty forgettable, but Martin Lawrence surely remembers it, given that his role in the 3rd season was his very first acting gig.
And I'm telling you, Rat Lips is still tough.
That's right, I got a test in his class tomorrow.
Now is about the time in the entry when you take a wild guess about how he was discovered.
I'm going out! She said, I cook for you, I clean for you, and you never ever take me out. I love you!
Of course, the producers saw him on Star Search. He had a rather successful run, which saw him make it to but lose in the finals. Lawrence would go on to plenty of victories throughout his career, though, especially in the 90s with the major success of his sitcom Martin and the Bad Boys movies.
Boy, your daddy has that same problem. I got the ears, but you know what? They just out there for you to listen to people's problems. You're an angel. These are your wings. Flap, flap, that's all.
Number 7, Kevin James. While not everyone who appeared on Star Search went on to fame and fortune, those who did, for the most part, wouldn't see it happen quite as fast as Kevin James did.
Thanks very much. I feel great. I'm so glad I took the time to get in shape for the show. That was important to me.
Listen to this crazy timeline. In 1995, James went on Star Search and, naturally, performed his way to a few wins. The year later, he appeared in his first episode of Everybody Loves Raymond.
Hey, no drinks. Let's go. Come on, sit down. What do we eat? Come on, grab some pine. Come on. Shake it up! Come on!
Then, in 1998, The King of Queens premiered, which featured James in the main role. The show ended up running for over 200 episodes on CBS and turned the comedian into a household name.
Both? It's a pretty sweet deal, huh?
Number 6, Drew Carey. Before he was telling us that Cleveland rocks, Drew Carey rocked his first appearance on Star Search back in 1988, scoring a perfect 4 out of 4 stars and beating out Drake Sather, a comedian going for his 3rd win in a row.
If you're ever in a bad mood, you want to get yourself in a good mood, you can try doing some of the things that I like to do. Like, I like to run stop signs in the rain in front of a cop, just to make him get out of his car.
Carey didn't fare as well in his 2nd episode and ended up losing to Joe Yannetti.
If you want to cry, I'll give you something to cry about. Eric left Jessica. Whew. Horrible news.
Still, we can probably all agree that Drew was the big winner in the end. After all, we do not remember either Sather or Yannetti having their own sitcom or hosting one of the most iconic game shows of all time.
Welcome to The Price is Right, happiest place on earth. Look at this place.
Number 5, Brad Garrett. Brad Garrett might be best known for playing Ray Romano's quirky brother on Everybody Loves Raymond.
Everybody loves Raymond.
Ironically, though, when Romano's TV sibling performed on Star Search, his stand-up got lots of love from everyone, which is not something we can say for Robert Barone.
Let's hear it for my firstborn. A leader of men.
And Garrett didn't just win once. No, he was only in his early 20s, but he had multiple victories, including the championship show in 1984, which saw him becoming the first ever grand champion winner in the comedy category. Should we mention he also took home $100,000?
It was an exciting time for me. It was like American Idol, but without the talent and excitement.
Number 4, Norm Macdonald. Norm Macdonald first made a name for himself beyond the comedy clubs back in 1986 when he performed at the famous Montreal Just for Laughs Comedy Festival, which earned him rave reviews. Unfortunately, he didn't find the same kind of success a few years later when he went on Star Search and represented his home country of Canada.
Saw this one game show the other week, the dating game. You ever see that? Man, that's a cheap show there. The prize on that show, another contestant.
Watching his performance today, it still holds up as quite funny, with that great Norm Macdonald edginess.
Hey, that's a good one.
Unfortunately, it wasn't enough to earn him a win, but given the great things he went on to accomplish, we'd say he probably wasn't too hung up about it.
Okay, you guys have been great. Thanks a lot. Enjoy.
Number 3, Rosie O'Donnell. Before she starred in the 1992 movie about a woman's baseball league, Rosie O'Donnell was in a league of her own on Star Search back in the mid-'80s.
It's true I was in Glamour magazine 2 times, in the Don't column. Don't wear that shirt with those pants.
An encounter with Ed McMahon's daughter at a comedy club got her on the show, and she sure did not waste the opportunity. The future Queen of Nice was not so nice to her competitors, as she ended up winning 5 separate times.
I never wanted to be a comedian, I always wanted to be a rock star. When I was 5 years old, I used to cut my hair like Elvis Presley. Just so when people said you look like Elvis, I could go, well, thank you.
And although she didn't win the $100,000, she did have enough victories for Ed McMahon to invite her back and deem her a part of the Star Search family.
Nice to be back here on the stage where I lost $100,000. It's all right, I'm in therapy, I'm over it.
Number 2, Dave Chappelle. Do you know who Lester Berry is?
I want you to call me. Don't ask no question.
Today, Gloria.
If you said that he was the guy who played the preacher in the 1996 comedy Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood, you would be right. Although you also would have been correct to say that he was the guy who defeated Dave Chappelle on Star Search back in '93. Chappelle was 19 years old and the youngest comedian in the show's history.
At 19, our returning champion is the youngest comedian in Star Search history. He's from Washington, D.C., going for win number 2. Welcome, David Chappelle.
He had already secured 2 victories, but in his 3rd appearance, Berry got more stars. Either way, Chappelle has been hailed as one of the greatest stand-ups of all time. So all's well that ends well, we guess.
A perfect score in comedy that can lead to a lot of things.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler had a successful run on Saturday Night Live, followed by a film career that has seen his movies rake in over $4 billion at the box office and earn him a net worth of around $480 million in 2022 alone.
I wanna kiss you all over and over and again.
But if this list has taught us anything, it's that Star Search success or failure has very little to do with the outcome of one's future career.
Hi, how are you? All right. Well, Nice to be here.
And Sandler is, of course, no exception. His turn on the show back in the 1980s did not see him walk away victorious. But, you know, we think he did all right for himself.
I don't get that kind of bread right now. I don't have that kind of money. You know, not yet. I will someday, I'm sure, but right now I don't.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.